Hello and welcome to this Warno 2v2 game played on Taler Duel between Jonathan Frisbee playing as the 1st Spanish Division, Peanut playing as the 9th US, versus YourFish playing as 4th Marshutson, and Moosman playing as 20th Polish. So we'll go through the deck reviews, then we'll talk about the map, the match, and the deployments in the game, and as always, timestamps in the description. Right, so these are the deck reviews. We'll start with PACT 20th Polish and 4th Marshutson. Really good divisions, really good divisions. And certainly, because these guys, they're playing on a 1v1 map basically. So PACT has the advantage because you can just grab spam everything. So it's good to see some RM70s and stuff. In 1v1 this would be suboptimal, but in a 2v2 it makes sense to bring them. Especially if you're playing on a 1v1 map. So, yeah, I mean, you could even swap this out for like 9th East German, get the Napalm Grad. Depends how much. I mean, if you want your friends to still talk to you, I guess you can't do that. So, start with this one. I mean, we won't go through every unit because there's 4 decks, right? We'll be here all day. 20th Polish, the idea is you kind of get there first with your Rosb in the Honkers, and then you buy a bunch of T-72s, and that all looks good to me. What I will say is, like, if you're fighting on Taler, Taler's the one with all the forests, right? Taler Duel is the one with all the forests. So you might even want something like this, the Reese, instead of something. Question is, instead of what? It's 2 point. It is nice to have this. Good defense. But yeah, the BMP2s aren't actually that useful anymore. I find that I tend to bring only 1 card of BMP2s now on most of my divs. I mean, you can still bring them, it's just the BMP1 tends to be a bit more useful because it's just so much cheaper, it's less than half the price. If it had smoke, it'd be 35, right? So you could try swapping one of these out, right? And then, yeah, I mean, it can be nice to have some truck infantry to quickly get to an area and sort it out, but given that you're in a 2v2 on a fairly narrow map, like Taler's a very narrow map, yeah, you could sort of do without this. So you could, so yeah, you really do want this. The Reese is very, very nice, especially on this map. It can be very nice. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So 2 Danners and a Grad, yeah. And then this is in the Scots, so it survives counter battery. Fob, very sensible. You can get helos to take supply to and from the Fob, but if Taler Duel is the map I'm thinking about, you really don't need it. And then, yeah, the Wheel, lots of T-72s. Of course, the Coffin Launcher's super, super useful. You need those. And then, yeah, these are your forward deployment. For whatever reason, it's like that. You can get 2 cards of them, but given that it's a 2v2, you don't really have to cover too much ground at the start, so... And then, yeah, this is exceptional optics for your tanks. I did say I wouldn't go through every unit. These two, there's always a trade-off, right? So this can shoot further against Apaches and stuff, but if it misses, it might just die, whereas this is a bit more consistent. But yeah, I prefer these. I definitely would have it at 1 vet. You don't need 7 of them. And then the Salamandras you can have at 2 vet if you're planning to open with them, because it's, you know, 2 vet autocannon, super, super good. The opener. I mean, I just wouldn't bother with 8 fighters, because your teammate's 4th Marshutson, so he's got fighters, you've both got cubs. I don't really think you need this one. This is good for healers, right? And then you can get this rocket plane, which you can fly out ahead of your AT and stuff. Really nice in the early game. I prefer it to the HE bomber, but it's what it is. Oh, actually, I'll tell you what you can get. You can get more infantry, which is probably what you're going to need on this map. There you go, there's your Reese. Which one? This one is obviously better. Is it worth the 5 points? Depends if you're actually going to use it or not. I would just get it. Because, yeah, basically it's got 2 guns, and the KPVT is better than the Dushka, because it's a higher caliber. As you can see, the damage goes up. And then the 4th Mop player, like I said, we won't go through every unit. So, Metis, you need more, so MMG teams just got nerfed. The suppression went down 25%, but even then, before that, the grenade launchers were still better than the MMG teams. Just kind of easier to use. Like, 2 MMG teams will probably beat a grenade launcher if they're in different buildings, but you know, you got to pay for the transports, you got to move them around. It's generally not worth it. You really need some more infantry here, I think. Like, where's it all gone? You got enough helos here, so you don't really need these in the rocket one. You can do it. It's just like, certainly I would have it at no vet if that's the plan. See, what you don't really need this at 1 vet. It doesn't help you. Or you could get these guys for more infantry. I'm just wondering where it's all gone. Definitely up vet that. This has 8 missiles now instead of 4. And then, yeah, you can... So I don't like these. I just bring the regular Iglo. And then I just open with 2 jets for my forward deployment. Because this tends to just miss. You'll see that the no-vet Iglo is actually better than the 2-vet Strelo. But, yeah, I mean, maybe it'll hit. Maybe it'll hit. 50% accuracy. Maybe it'll hit. The AA helos, they're just so crap, man. I mean, this is like the worst AA thing on a helo in the game, so I would just get 2 more rocket ones. Although this has the 80mm rockets, so maybe it's good. Or you could just get another one of these or whatever. Just go for the one with more rockets. Yeah, I just bring this, but yeah, this does have better rockets, so I like this. I think it's funny. This is good as well. Kill one-shots heavy tanks. You send this out in front. This, you evac it just before it shoots the missile. And the missile's got mega range, so the enemy AA shouldn't be able to shoot it. Obviously, if you fuck it up, you're going to die like an idiot. You're going to look very silly. If you're in a 2v2 on a 1v1 map, it's worth bringing a forward deployed CV. Because you are going to get to sit around for a long time on a map that's way too small. Where are all the points? I don't understand where they've all gone. You can 2-vet this, but it is what it is. Pioneer Flam I do need to try again. Especially given that you've got the satchels here. Like, the second card of these needs to happen, and that's 2 points. Where did it all go? I suppose it's this RM70, right, and the planes and so on. It is what it is. You can also just get rid of this. That would give you 2 points. Because, like, you've got 6 rocket helos here. So, yeah, now you can get more Mott Schutzen. Because, yeah, you're playing on an undersized map. You're probably gonna... It's probably gonna be a max length game, right? I haven't seen the game yet. Switching to NATO, what's the matchup here? First Spanish... 9th US. 9th US is nice on this map. First Spanish... I mean, yeah, we'll see how this goes. First things first, like these, you want 2 of those. They're the good ones. And then if you want the rocket RT, go ahead. In terms of mortars for smoke, this is wheeled, so I prefer it. But you get 1 more of these, so... Fob, supply, CV. I wouldn't be 2-vetting your infantry if you're playing on an undersized map, because you're probably going to run out of infantry, especially given that Spain doesn't get that much of it anyway. Also, you want the Zappadors, they're nice. Because they get nice vet. They're not actually that great, but they get nice vet, and it's 40 points for 9 guys, which is the best deal you're going to get. Yeah, I mean, this is your manpad, basically, because you don't get proper manpads. The grenade launcher's obviously a lot better at killing the infantry. For whatever reason, the bullets on this go really, really, really slowly. That and the ATGM thing. Yeah, I would not be, like, I mean... Doesn't make much sense, really. Why are you 2-vetting everything? You're playing on a 1v1 map in a 2v2. just team games always last longer, basically, so you never want to 2-vet anything. Generally, you just shouldn't be playing Spanish at all, because they just don't have the late game. This is like 4 availability now, which is nice. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, sure. You can get the Aspid, given that you don't have any Eyehawks or anything. This is only the single one, so if you actually want it to be useful, you have to 2-vet it to get 20% accuracy. This is the double one, it starts off at 20%, because that's how that works. You put 2 guns on, and then the accuracy doubles. Yeah, I mean, so if you want to hurt an infantry squad, you've got this, so you just want 4 of these, really. But, I mean, you're going up against 8 cubs on a 1v1 map as a 2v2, so you're going to struggle to use your planes anyway. This is your anti-helo, so you don't need this. You just want more of these. Because this has the same anti-helo capacity as the other one. Because neither of the primaries can shoot at helos. Your Gazelle cannon should be at 2-vet, so you can open with them. I don't really... I mean, on this map, helo infantry is just not going to be useful at all, to be quite frank. I'm just worried about the severe lack of infantry from this Spanish player. It's going to get to 20 minutes and they're just going to be useless. And then, last but not least, we got the 9th US player. They got the T-Chap, so I guess you don't need the Aspid anymore. And they've got Eagles as well. Yeah, it's all good to me. Cook V's, necessary. MP Patrol. Light Rifle. Dragons are like way more useful on this map than you might think. They should be at Nova. Or you could just bring the grenade launcher one. Engineers Flash, you know, I've been thinking about them. I mean, the issue is they're just kind of hard to micro, but in a forest fight they will make you win if you micro them properly. They will beat the regular engineers. So it's worth thinking about. I thought you picked 9th US to get the coffin launchers, you didn't bring them. There you go, that's better now. Yeah, you want the 50 cal quickscoper. Why? Oh, I suppose it's because it's like the Gazelle cannon that you 2... Yeah, don't do it with that. That's a recon helo. These are nice at the start. If you've got this, you don't really need this. They fulfill similar roles, so you want something like this for the opener. Very nice piece of kit, because it goes so fast. VAD, T-Chap, okay. And then, yeah, I guess you will struggle though. Like, Cubs in Forest don't get spotted by Seed for whatever reason. You just got to be really close, and then you miss, and then you just die. So, my money's on PACT, let's face it, and let's get back to the game. Right, so with that out of the way, the Spain player is 2-vetted all his stuff, which is crazy, because you're playing a 2v2 on a 1v1 map, so there's no room for maneuver, it's just going to be a 40-minute grind, and you're going to run out of stuff, basically. He does have 2 rocket arty, which I think is why he went Spain, so we can spam the rocket arty. So we'll see how well those Turrells are, or how well they do, even. His teammate Peanut is playing as 9th US, but did not bring the coffin launchers, which is crazy, because isn't that the whole point? Not even 1 card, right? Because if you're here and they're in there, well, pew, you just kill them. So, bit of a strange. Our opponents, yeah, I think have the better draft. For starters, in general, PACT on a 1v1 map in a team game is probably going to win. And they haven't, they've got the coffin launchers, they've got rocket arty, got lots of T-72s. T-72s are great on this map anyway, as are T-55s, because the short ranges really help them. Whereas these light Spanish tanks kind of want to be at max range. Get hit once, smoke, and go back, that sort of thing. So, looking at the deployments, we got Spain on the left, consisting of a lot of 2-vet Jeanettes, recon stuff, and a fob. Quite conservative deployment, but yeah, he doesn't have airborne forward deployment. On the right, we got 9th US. I'm not going to go through every unit, right? There's over 100 units here. So, 2 CVs, lots of scouts with grenade launchers and stuff. I'm not sure what's there. And then, yeah, the some infantry, some tanks, bit of AA. Switches to their opponent's deployment. On the left, we've got YourFish, and he's got the T-55 opener. You can put those at 2 vet, by the way. If you're planning on buying 4 at the start, I suppose if you're planning on buying 5 at the start, then it has to be at 1 vet. But yeah, if you're going to buy a bunch of them at the start, try it at 2 vet. Just see how you get on. Obviously, I just said 2 vet bad, but the T-55As, 1 card of T-55As at 2 vet can really help you in the early game. And then we got a bunch of Fallschirmjäger, some SPWs. Surprisingly, nobody trying to get around here, right? You get something like this. The whole point of it is that it goes back here, around there. And you send that wheeled AA with it, and you send a ATGM with it. Although on this map, I mean, the ATGM, I guess, would have to go there if it wants to shoot people as they come down this road, right? I'm not sure what's going on with the LOS there. Just keep saying I can't see it. Well, okay, whatever. I think you'd still get a shot off there. It's kind of hard to, like, why does it... Is that still in cover? Whatever. Not my problem. And we've got Polish player more in the middle, which makes a lot of sense. That's definitely a language. Uk mi flanken. Right? That's probably towns. Middle. Something about flanks, right? Sort of figure out what's, like, you know, here common. I think they will come here. Or I think I will go there, maybe. It's similar to German. I did German... Oh my god, it was 12 years ago when I stopped doing German. Too old. Yeah, these are probably... That one's probably not going to make it. And then, yeah, 2 T-72Ms at 2 vet. T-72s are really, really nice on this map. We got 2 more Paichota, an Unspeakable one, Strela, and a bunch of Honkers. So yeah, the Honkers should basically get everywhere first, apart from these. I didn't even notice that. He's put it in the wrong transport. I didn't even notice that. Why has he done that? So this can come in a transport that goes at 120 kilometers an hour, but for whatever reason, he's just picked the regular Humvee. Oh, okay, well... Looks like he's, I mean, yeah, he will get there, but he could have got there way faster and just blown up this truck, unironically, with his 50 cal, if he'd got the other transport. We got a fob here as well, a punked. So let's cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. One join at the lowest level's worth 2,000 views, so if you're feeling better about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. Otherwise, please just like the video, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Channel joiners also get a Steam key for my game Hearse Hero. They just fill out the survey and I'll send them the key. The game is currently on Steam. I don't have the store page ready, but you can play the game. I was working on it today, actually, as I do most days. Has he noticed? He has noticed, so he does survive. He will probably die anyway, although these are on... move, right? This AA thing, getting the rockets in there, doing some decent damage. Sniper team's probably gonna die, yeah. And yeah, big kills at the start on this map. What happened with the... What? Why are these going here? I thought the whole point was to put them down mid and fight, because imagine if, because these would have shown up here by now, and then he'd be killing all this. Nothing here can kill him at all, and he would just kill all of this and take mid. But for whatever reason, the tanks, he's just leaving them here to do nothing. Okay, well, it is what it is. At least his teammates got the right idea, right? The T-55As go in mid. Ros gets a hit on the AMX-30 here. This is the heat one, right? So it would do like 1 damage to these. I don't understand that at all. He really could have... He just could have killed all of this. He would have killed all of it. But instead he's just coming over here to get hit by hot ones in the back. Well, at least it missed. I mean... Yeah, crazy. I mean, this is why I'm not in the army, because this would be me here, and this would be my fire support. Oh yeah, I just figured I'd go sit in this bush and not help you. Okay, great. So it is what it is. Spain, of course, he's brought almost all of his stuff at 2 vet. Almost all of it. So he will be very strong at the start, but if it gets past 20 minutes, he's just going to run out of stuff. And yeah, he won in mid, but it was mainly because his opponent is making some interesting decisions. Because yeah, look at that. You see, he's got to smoke now. Does he have smoke? No, he doesn't have smoke. Okay. Interesting hit. Doesn't quite hit. But yeah, red seems to be... Well, I'd say they're doing better, but blue's in mid. Although I suppose they've just put this in here. And these don't have AT, so they can't actually do anything about that. And yeah, maybe you save some infantry here, but I honestly imagine if these two had just come down here at the start, all this would be dead. It would all be dead. They would have just won, basically. I've got to make it fair on the opponents. But yeah, you need a couple cubs, right, on this side. Fourth has the right idea. Like, he needs to buy a cub. He bought a Danner instead. He needs a cub. He did get a kill there, but... Like, these planes are just going to keep coming in until he does something about it. So yeah, the T-72 does... This will do literally nothing to that. Yeah. And then it gets hit by a Strela. Or a Strazala, which is Polish for washing line. So, this can kill all of this as well. He's just got a... He doesn't know. He probably assumes there's somebody in there who's got AT. So, Fauschem Jaeger coming in. They should clean all this up. The T-72s are finally sort of doing something, kind of. No, not really. This one's going to go forwards and get routed. It probably won't die. That's something you can do with T-72s. You can just kind of drive them forwards into forests and, you know, it won't die, but it probably will get routed, but it probably won't die, and it will do a lot of damage, right? Especially if you've got some infantry with it. Tends to, yeah. So, blue with the air superiority, red with the refusal to buy cubs. Who knows why, I mean... There's one here, and it's done a lot of work, so you just buy another one. Otherwise, you're just going to keep losing all your helos. That one had a guy inside it. Not sure what that was doing there. Maybe, presumably it was going to hit, so he just immediately buys another one. But doesn't buy a cub. Well, you know what they say about insanity. This isn't him, this is Moosman. Yeah, there you go, he's got Strela, but like, why? All you need is cub here. Cub here, cub here, cub here. There you go. No more planes. No more problems. Whereas this is, I mean, it is half the price, right? So, okay, this is, yeah, so the Spanish player went for the M109B instead of the big heavy one. The 203s, which is a shame, really. And here you go. So that, I mean, typically you'd expect the 9th US player to like sort of have guys in here. Well, actually, 9th US has a problem where they don't have any AT4s, like at all. So they, I do like this. I think this is smart. Although, did you get lavs on this div? Can't remember. No, you don't. Yeah, 9th US doesn't get AT4s, so it actually really struggles against T-55s and T-72s in close range. Even though you're supposed to be the infantry div or whatever. If you're at close range, you just lose. Because you can't do any damage to him. I don't understand the mindset here. So he's like, okay, so the cub, I got a kill there in my long range. So now I'm going to back it up with another short range that won't be able to shoot. Like this one which hasn't shot and this one that hasn't shot. Oh, these might shoot now. No, they don't shoot. Hopefully they notice and just buy the cubs, man. I mean, that's... solves all your problems. This shouldn't really be happening Especially on a map that is this narrow. The AA against PACT, you just shouldn't be able to use planes that much. Well, I'm interested to see how well this Turel thing does. So as soon as it comes in, you want it to shoot. You know it's going to be in here somewhere because there's a big line here. It's like, where else is it going to be? It's going to be in this forest somewhere. Just like they seem to know it's back here somewhere. Probably think it's in the house. Because, yeah, they've got most of the zone, so... You need smoke. This is where the self-propelled smoke mortars come in handy, which PACT doesn't get a lot of at all. It only gets one, the Pram. On 19th check, which is a div you don't see too often, the new second check's a lot easier to play, frankly, than first check on 19th check. It's just like way easier to play, just spam strokey. It's just like 31st. So there you go, CV down. He's got another one. Needs some infantry, really, in this forest. But yeah, I don't really rate Blue's chances. I mean, they get a better... They should have a better early game, because all this stuff's at 2 there, and, you know, 9th US in the early game is quite strong, but the later this goes on, the harder it's going to be against 20th Polish, and, like, 4th Mort scales better than either of the NATO divs. I mean, I feel like this... Come on, man. The first one hit him, and he just didn't react. It needs to move up some of his AA. So Fallschirmjäger get out on 1 HP. Here we go. Oh, okay. He's trying to kill the Fallschirmjäger. Should go down here. It's only got 1 HP. Okay, takes the tank with him. Special Forces moment. As you can see, he does 1 damage to the front armor of this tank. So you can just drive it in and just shoot them. It's great. There's very few tanks you can do that with, but the T-72s are very, very good at that. Just killing infantry in forests. I won't bring up my friend who always says that T-72s are bad and then complains that T-72s are too strong in forests. But they're still bad, but they're too strong in forests, and we just need to make them exactly like Leopard 1s. I won't bring him up. Anyway, this doesn't have AT, so he needs another Fallschirmjäger, I think. So yeah, this is looking for the fob. I wonder what he thought was here. It's not the fob. Will he see it where he is? Like, guess not. Probably not, no. And then when he kills this with his grenade launcher or shoots it. Look, the cub is engaging. Oh, they bought some. Great. Good to see. See, as you can see, the Turel, I mean, it's okay. It's not that amazing. It's better than the M2 whatever cluster. Because, it's got more rounds. It's like a better grad, basically. MiG-29 just flew all the way over here and got hit by the Stinger and the T-Chat. That's bad news. You notice he switched off the main gun, so that when he uses attack move, it won't just start shooting its rifle at people. Or, in general, it won't shoot its rifle at people and reveal itself. It can work. Oh, that missed. A big sad. Spain struggles with AA, so... And these bombers aren't particularly big, but yeah, these are Roland 2s. They're very not great. They are cheap, though. You get a lot of them. So, yeah, Blue, I mean, they just don't have anywhere to hide. Cause I suppose they're taking this back, but you see how effective... Look at this, man. The KD is absolutely crazy. Because, yeah, the T-55s, and T-72s and T-55s are better against infantry than... basically all NATO tanks, apart from the 5E ones, I guess, with the autocannons, and actually the Spanish ones, because they have 2, not this one, the proper ones, which I don't know if he's bought any of. Probably didn't, they all died. That Mando thing, right? And like, this is decent against infantry. It's the HMGs. HMGs do a lot more damage than MMGs. like twice as much. Because look, it's got double the damage. The accuracy's a little less, right? But it's got more range. The accuracy's probably about the same, so it basically just does twice the damage. Also, the caliber on the T-72s is 125mm, which means the HE value is 1.25. Because that's how that works. Obviously, if you're a scientist or a mathematician, or just, you know, if you've got more than about 3 brain cells, you'll know that that is completely nonsensical. Because as the diameter increases, the volume, it's like cube law, right? Should go up to about the power of 3. Obviously, it depends how long it's going to get and stuff like that, but... So, we got these turrets. They're not really doing much. Yeah, red on that +1. Absolute horror show. If I had a friend and he was like, let's play a 2v2 on a 1v1 map, and I'll play PACT and get the rocket launchers, I'd be like, let's not do that. Let's do some... Why don't you go NATO? Why don't you go NATO? I'll go PACT. Yeah? What? Oh, you don't want to play anymore? Oh, okay. Because, yeah, it's just... It's very one-sided. What I am surprised by is that the 20th Polish player, we haven't seen the coffins out from him. 9th US player, he should get coffin speed. Here you go, 250 cal. So this is actually really good against infantry as well. Better than this T-55, which only has 1. Look, it died. It was so embarrassed. So yeah, the 250 cals, very, very cool. That was weird. Oh. I can't see who gets him. So yeah, in these kind of grindy games, you need a lot of CVs. What the fuck? Oh, because of that recon thing. It didn't find the fob, though, which hasn't actually been used, because they're buying this arty and they're just not firing it. But you know, you can just cap these, right? You don't have to blow them up. That's your supply. You just send this over to there and get it back. So there you go. You see, you don't kill it because it's got 40% ECM. That's fine. You just immediately route it before it kills any of your things, and you can just do that every time. What I will say is, you need to move these now. Otherwise, and sometimes you do kill it, right? It's not... You do need to move them, otherwise the artillery should kill you. Although the artillery isn't really doing anything. So the 9th US player could have gone for the cluster MLRS because he gets that as well. The HE M270 is honestly terrible. You just never want to bring that. But the cluster one is really good. And he gets that as well. These CRGP things, I mean, they're very accurate, but I just don't really think they're worth it at all. Especially given that he also has the self-propelled howitzers. Because it's so much micro having to move the toad stuff all the time. It's a total pain in the neck. I just can't be bothered doing it. Because, you know, it's not like, well, you know, just try a bit harder. Well, no, because you have a certain amount of micro, right? You can click so fast in a minute. And so if you're moving that, there is something else that you should be doing instead. And you're making a sacrifice in order to move that. So, like, even I have 3,000 hours in this game. I still don't like the toads, using the toad stuff. I would rather not use it wherever possible. Sometimes you have to, right? I'm looking forward to that first Cav division because it gets this, but on an you know, on a self-propelled chassis, M109 with the copperhead rounds. So that's going to be really. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Really cool. So here we go. Got some smoking coming out here. Do we have some recon? We have a little bit of recon, not really enough. Need some infantry recon there, because when this shoots, I don't think you'll be able to see it. But yeah, this is very cool. Over here, the Fallschirmjäger can just kill all this, right? But yeah, if 9th US had the coffin launcher, there would be a coffin launcher back here. And choo dead. Choo dead. So, yeah, you gotta get those coffin launchers. Here we go, very cool attack from YourFish. He's finally gonna fire the RM70. Look at that, the speed! Oh wow, synchronized rock. Oh, I see you. I thought he was helping out, because that is something you can do. If you're, you know, you got to work with your team, basically. The best, like, you'll see that I play in a lot of 2v2 tournaments, and the reason, usually, why we win or lose isn't because of the individual player skill. Like, we lose games against people who have worse individual player skill than us. Sometimes we win games against players who have better individual player skill than us just because of the coordination. So, like, he could have been like, I'm doing my big attack, and then this grad, instead of firing there, like, it did some damage. Right, this is all just going to sort of heal up now, but it has done a lot of damage. He should attack now, really. So yeah, he's doing his own attack. So yeah, I'll attack at the same time as you. That's one way of doing it. Another way is, let's both attack here. Right, and imagine if all this just kind of blobs into this. So here we've got classic Warno gameplay, This is the, just came back from the toilet. Oh, fuck, I'm being attacked. So, no recon helo, no AA, just 7 tanks followed by 7 infantry. So the Mott Schutzen should start killing the tanks. So it's a shame, he could have got a lot of side shots there. No recon, can't see anything, everybody's just dying. It looks cool though. It's very cinematic. Proper Zalo Heights moment. Stalin said we have to capture this by Tuesday. Oh, okay. Deploy the entire armoured reserve at once. It's a massive traffic jam and they're all dead. Well, we have reserves, they don't. There you go, the Turel thing did actually get him. He should definitely have a CV next to these, right? He's got those TOA things. Self-propelled whatever, right? You just buy it, Shift F, click on that, and it'll just follow it around. And then it fires a lot faster, right? It'll fire about 1/3 faster. So, somehow this worked. I mean, he did just have, like, way more stuff there. It's a shame, I think that was, if he'd hit it right on this, he would have got a quadruple kill or whatever. Not sure what's going on there. But yeah, that was one way to take back a zone. In the meantime, I am liking the smoke. I'm liking the smoke. So you get these people, like, to this day, you get players at the top of the game who are like, smoke is dishonorable. Shut the fuck up. You need to smoke more. You need to smoke more. It's very easy to counter. What you do if somebody's smoking back here is you just send the unit all the way back, oh, and bam, kill it, right? It is pretty annoying to fight against, but isn't that the whole point? So, this Fallschirmjäger, you know, if he reinforced this with a couple more of these and then just sent it over, he could sort this out. But I guess they're busy on the sides. It's good to see red is like pushing even though they're on the plus. So that's the kind of thing you smoke. But yeah, I mean, he's capped it, so I guess he could get this back, get that forward. He needs more infantry, so. But like, what's he buying? Wherever he's gone for a lot of planes. That can help you in your attack. But right now, he needs about 10 Guerrillian Pichota coming down this road through the smoke into this with the Saperi, and he's not got the Reeses, which is a shame because they're pretty nice. But yeah, it's going pretty well for red. Fallschirmjäger should beat National Guard rifles. They changed this, by the way, in the last patch, in the newest patch. The M16A1 was worse than every other rifle in the game, because it's like demoralized from Vietnam or whatever. And the reservists give you -5% accuracy, so it had like -10% accuracy. So they've fixed that now, so it's not as bad. He would still lose that fight, because this is special forces and this is a reservist, so. But yeah, like, you could send this in, heal stuff up. The Turels, they're cool. So I understand why he went for the Spanish division, it's so he could buy the MLRS, right? Like, certainly, one of them was fired at the wrong place, but this is doing a lot. Like, look, he's killing it. It's dying. How many more bullets does he have? So, it's working. He's almost dead. That one should kill. No, it's missing. Is he gonna get out? Wow, that's crazy. 3 top armor on these T-72s. There's a lot of things that should go into the tank pricing that don't, and the fact that all the T-72s have 3 top armor is just not taken into account. Makes them much more. Oh, did it get it? It died. It just died. So there you go, the Tyrells. It's a shame he doesn't have a CV next to them. And this guy should have like 2 light rifles dragons in it to sort this out. Push up to here. Yeah, no coffin launchers. 9th US without the coffin launchers. Very hard to do anything. It's tough against T-72s and T-55s, especially like on this map. This is the T-72 map. The PACT tanks are just better at close range because they've got more armor for the price, but generally less range and less penetration on the guns. It's a good dichotomy, actually. Like, it's actually, you know, brand identity or whatever. The PACT divs do play differently to the NATO divs. The NATO divs, like 9th US, like the Spanish one, are generally, you gotta zoom. He's finally brought the coffin launchers. So yeah, they're mega useful. How comes that only fired 1 bullet? Maybe it fired more and I just wasn't looking. Also, this guy just isn't using this. They bought this fob. It's been 25 minutes. And they haven't used it at all. This guy hasn't even bought his grad. At least he's got the coffin. This is about to die. No. He keeps re-aiming it. Oh my god. This is just going to shoot it in the front. This doesn't have smoke. This is so sad. Can we buy some infantry, please? You buffoons! Why have you stopped? So there you go. You see the power of the arm set, and this should have that CV next to it. Click it, Shift F, click on your RT. It just follows it around, gives it a nice boost. But yeah, I mean, this is a horror show, man. These are so important, and that just got one shot, and oh my god, you hate to see it. But yeah, for whatever reason, Red isn't on a tick because this is right here. Just hasn't bothered killing it. In fact, Blue's about to kill this CV. So he's using his fob, his Abastecimiento. Thankfully, very few Spanish-speaking players on the channel. There are some. Thankfully not too many, so we don't upset too many when we pronounce things wrong. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of that new Warno div. After this, I'm going to record the guide for it. I literally just played like 10 games in a row. I'm pretty sure I know how to play it now, so I'm going to make the guide for it after this. It's honestly my favourite div. It is very not good. It's kind of like a bad version of 9th US, actually. In fact, that's a very apt. It's a bad version of 4th East German. It's a bad version of 9th US. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You get to smoke everything, and just run at people. Self-propelled mortars are always fun. So here we go. This guy had ran out of rockets almost, so Moosman has given him some more. No, they're going here. So they could get shot by ATGMs, I guess. So no, just some serious misallocations of resources, right? It's like things aren't shooting. Yeah, like what are these doing? One of them should be like here to see, and the other one you could put like there maybe, or there. These should go forward, like just right-click this over here with these three behind it. Whoa, that was important for the push. This could move up. So, big push here. Will these react? Will anybody react? Now we have the classic 5 military police buy. Oh, interesting. So this has been spotted. I mean, it is... Yeah, you can just see it. It is also shooting. So yeah, okay, so the T-72 is coming over now. This guy only has 1 round. He didn't manage to pick up these... is this going to die? Well, it might die. He can... It's wheeled, right? So he can move it right now and it'll live, but... No, it looks like it's just going to make it just from not being hit. Enough. It's another way to stop a push. This is really something, man. Red could have sorted this out a long time ago. He has this, he has... No, don't run in with 2 guys. Ah, it's not what I meant. You have an RM-70, you got all this mod shot, so just wait. Just pull this back to repair, you know. But yeah, the T-72's getting some juicy side shots here. The AT plane might kill a couple. It should one... No, these are the ones with 17 armor. The Cubs are out of ammo. The Strelas are not. Big sad, Cubs being out of ammo. The Spanish player somehow still has units. Despite bringing everything at 2 there. This is missing a lot. Oh no, it did just die. Yeah, I mean, this is beggars belief, man. If these were repaired, none of this would be happening. These wouldn't be dying. Although they're missing a lot. Like, they just keep missing. But yeah, the Spanish player, he could have spammed smoke and stuff, right? Do a bit of smoke. What? This is insane. It's like the 4th or 5th time I've seen a rocket come in on these. And so we got some more T-72s here. That was going on that patch of ground there. I think he thought the tanks were there, maybe. Surely this would have been a better target, right? Because this was closer. And anyway, Red's finally actually pushing here. So he should just clean this up. Might lose the CV, though. He's got a backup one. You know, so if the choice is between this dying and just losing a few points, right? Just reverse it out of the zone. So yeah, 2 Cub misses means evac. Obviously that hit. Okay. Then yeah, you know, if you're blue, like these light rifles have just been sat here, you move them around, you clear this out, you send a few down here, get behind here, that sort of thing, move up to here. Always endeavour to, you know, probe the enemy, for want of a better term. Figure out where he is. Does this have smoke? Looks like it is getting smoked. I assume he would have smoked if he had smoke there. So I sort of spoke about this in the deck review about how these things can be inconsistent, right? If they miss, they can die, but these aren't shooting it, so it's got plenty of time. And now they've got like no accuracy, so. But yeah, you see the issue. Yeah, MiG-21s, that's sort of what they're for. You can back them up with a bomber, so when the AA this is not great. Where are they going? It's flying over the middle of the map. So they're all dying. Okay. So yeah, the Tyrells, they were alright. I mean, he could have, like, this wasn't really firing. These didn't have a CV next to them, so they weren't firing as much as they could have. But yeah, I mean, the T-72s are just going to kill all this, so... Like, look, they do 1 damage. So, yeah, so it's not ideal. That's the issue with First Spain. You just don't get enough of those AMX-30s. It's just a bad 5e, sadly. Although it does have better artillery than 5e. So it gets the 203s and that Tyrell thing, but in 1v1 the Tyrell thing is not... Generally, I mean... We're not on death row anymore, right? If death row was in rotation, the Tyrell would be goated. So yeah, you need some recon here. I mean, these guys, they've all got low cohesion, so they're just missing a lot, and... they need recon. I suppose this is here. But you'll notice they are missing a lot. Well, there you go. So yeah, you saw that seed missile just didn't shoot for ages. And it's because if you put your AA in a forest, seed can't see it. But it doesn't affect how the AA can see the... I mean, it's so fucking stupid. It doesn't affect how the AA can see the plane, but it affects how the plane can see the AA. I do need to make a video about that. So yeah, seed is generally kind of a bait. It works against, you know, people who aren't paying attention. And then you can send it out with a proper plane. But if you're playing against like a really good micro player, it's just not going to do anything. So yeah, that was kind of Blue's hurrah. Like if he'd gone fast and smoked and just sort of fast moved down here, because there's no infantry in here, he fast moved through the smoke, he could have got in, but he just kind of dawdled around here and got shot a lot. And now he just keeps buying these because he's out of everything else, presumably. There's no other reason to buy that. So, red back on that +1. And, yeah, like, lots of people died here. I guess the Tyrell thing probably killed whoever was left. But yeah, red can, you know, they can get in there and then put it, like, here, and then you shoot them as they come past and stuff like that. But it's looking not great for blue at this point in the game. He might clean this up. The Cubs, like, never having ammo is really depressing. I mean, so many opportunities to shoot people. These are just flying over your base. Oh wow, it's finally being used. With 6 minutes left, they're using the fob, guys. Incredible. This one had a good amount of usage, I think. But if he'd had a CV next to these, they would have used more. And this, basically, I think, just didn't fire. After he got the Tyrells, I don't think he actually used this anymore. And yeah, the M270 cluster would have been more useful than these, I feel. Because you already have the National Guard M109, so... Like, it is nice that these have the precise aiming, but... You know, you don't need 10 billion howitzers. So here Wire's back here again, guys. So this thing can just shoot that. And he's got this, but... You know, there's just a lot of units kind of... Well, I suppose, like, a lot of the stuff here has been sent in now. So it's not as bad as it was before, but... You know, so something like... I suppose these have just got here. Like, you have units here, you can resupply. Like, this guy specifically, and this tank, you can just send those in and kill it. It's a T-55, so you can send it into the forest. This is the worst AA healer in the game. All the other ones have the same stats on the weapons, but this one, for whatever reason, is just way, way worse. So the Polish get an AA Strela, which is just, like, it's as good as a Minstrel. It's got 60% accuracy and all this. But this one came out first, so it's bad. That's basically it. So RM70 on that. It's got 11 HP, but like, even if he doesn't die from that, you know, the infantry, like, please just send this in. So yeah, the Tyrells, I don't think they actually got like a huge amount of kills, but they did contribute. It's just the rest of the deck isn't that. Like, you just don't get enough of the good tanks. You get 3 cards of the shit one, and it's a heat gun, so the penetration doesn't even increase with a reduced distance. If it did, it'd be a really good tank, because you can just... It'd basically be like a T-55A. But it's not. It's just worse. It does cost less, right? T-55A can survive from land too, so... So the Cubs are getting some supply now. And you see they are starting to kill things. That got artied again. Let's drive into the rocket launcher volley. But yeah, I mean, I think blue did a lot better than I thought they would. I thought red would just cap this and sit on it, and it would be 2,000 pointed, but... the Tyrells kept shooting the CVs, and red didn't really do a good job of pushing blue out here. Like, you saw that when he literally just bought 4 BMP ones with Mosh Hudson in them, unloaded them here, and just Q-moved them in, and he killed everything. And then it's just a case of, we'll just keep doing that, and then you'll keep getting somewhere. But yeah, certainly the 9th US player should have had the coffin launchers. Would have been so useful here. So yeah, drone coming in. I'm not sure we've seen too many of these over the course of this game. Great for spotting the CV, right? So yeah, I'm surprised the points were so even, frankly. Seeds back out. Blue's actually on a +1. But the CV is... Oh, what? Is this... What? What's going... What? This can survive a TOW 2 hit. See? But yeah, basically Blue should have... Well, certainly the 9th US player should have done his absolute best to take this back. Because then he can't just hang out here, right? He'd be in this little corner, and then if you've got the coffin launchers, you just coffin that, and obviously the Turrell could just constantly hit this. So yeah, Blue should have taken this back, but... I'm not sure where all of the 9th US players' points went, really. I think he bought a lot of planes. And he has constantly been sending people into here. But yeah, 9th US generally is really quite weak on the attack. It wants to get to places first with the sniper and the kind of very early game M60s and Dragon 2s and stuff. Like, Dragon 2 is really nice on this map. And then kind of sit on it. If the 9th US player has to attack, generally they have a very bad time. So that only dropped a couple of its bombs. Could have got a juicy 6 kill there. Apparently he wants some supply. So yeah, they're just going to keep hitting this, but like, imagine if Blue had this and he had some Dragon 2s in here, this would be dead. Although it looks like it's just kind of going to lose it anyway. Alright. I don't know, I mean, it's just not... like, why this is still here? If you're red, you want to make sure you own this, right? You'd expect the engineers here to lose, because there's 60 guys to 11. And also, presumably, this and all the arty should start. Yes, there you go. The planes and so on. This guy's clearly run out of stuff, man. This is not normal behaviour. Don't 2-vet all your stuff in a big team game. In general, 1-vet is way better than no vet. Except for things like ATGMs where it doesn't really matter. And then 2-vet isn't as... It's not as useful an increase as 1-vet, so there's... You should only do it if like you really find you're just not running out of things, or for like mega early game things like the T-55As, people tend to bring them at 2-vet. So there you go, big artillery gameplay. These guys don't have too many games, right? So you know, fun for all the family, right? You don't have to be a 3,000-hour ranked sweat to enjoy video games. And I hope you enjoyed this video game. I'll see you around, GG.